Hola amigos, we back, and this is Heat 3 on the last round of the Club Championship. Now, last video I did say that we might get some results for the final results for the Club Championship. Unfortunately those results haven't come in yet. They're in the process of doing a Australian Championship or Australian title on this weekend, so they've been a bit held up on bringing in those results. So unfortunately no news there. As you can see to the left of me, Ben, he had a bit of a foul plug for this heat, so a bit unfortunate for him. He was going really good in this race meeting up until that point. He still finished 4th, so great results for him. Great effort throughout the day, and finishing 4th in the finals. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. Kudos to that guy. He's going to be a big threat for next year if we see ourselves in the championship. But so we were in 10th for this heat, with Ben having a foul plug in number 34. We got up a position in 9th, and yeah, we're going to see how we go. It's still really wet. I can't remember what setup we have now. There's a bit of a confusion last heat, so I think we changed everything around this heat. But anyway, same tactics. We just want to stay on the track because, well, as you can see through the last heats, we're not really great in the wet. So game plan was to stay on the track and not come off, and also my game plan was to obviously let people behind me pass, as in the other classes, because you still got mediums and heavies. We're all in the same. We're all in different classes, but we're on the same track at the same time. So I don't really want to ruin their races. So we let the front runners in those classes, we let them pass, because obviously they're faster than me, and obviously I'm not part of their competition, and they're not a part of mine. So don't want to ruin their day. Going through the cut through, obviously the race didn't start for the first lap around, so we're going to try for a second tall one. Another poor start. It wasn't really too good. And then we lose a position there, and we gain that position back. That's how easy it is in the wet. Lose a position, gain a position, don't worry too much about it. Lost another position, but that's okay, we'll eventually gain it back. As I've been saying, you lose a position, gain a position, lose a position, gain a position. It's back and forth. Gonna have a bit of a look at my lines on this heat. There's a few times where the kart doesn't really want to stay on the track, and we want to try and figure out. I think this guy had another foul. I think this guy also had a foul plug, so gain another position there. Looked like there was a guy that spun off there as well, so there's another position. Look at that. We don't have to do any work in passing. We just have to stay on the track. That was the motto. Oh, there's a bit of a slide there, a bit of an unlucky slide, but we stayed on the track, so we're good. Second lap in, we've already lost position and gained positions. Gotta let oh no, I think he was also in our class, but that guy wasn't, so we easily let him pass. They're all in the classes in front of us. Sorry, the classes behind us, they're in the mediums. And if you look at some of their lines, I don't know how they do it. That's another guy in class behind us. But you look at their lines, like, see that guy there? Like, he didn't look like he had any understeer, and my kart just was going straight. He's in our class, so we lost the position there, but it's like, look, he's taking dry lines. I don't know how they do it. It's that bizarre to me. We're backing off really early at the end of the straight. I mean, I'm not too concerned. Like, see, going straight. Like, you might not be able to see it too much from a screen, but if you were in the car, you'd feel how straight it was going. I don't know. It's probably because of my braking. Like, it's still a new chassis, so I wasn't too used to wasn't too used to the brakes. And I mean, I don't want to be too heavy foot on the brakes. With the old chassis, like, I had no, I wouldn't say no brakes, but there was a lot of, hey, there's the old buddy, good old Paul Reno. Didn't hit him off this time. You can't see because of the water bubble, but I wanted to see his lines in that little chicane there. Look, he's already pulled ahead, huh? Look at him go, what a little speed machine. Yeah, so in the other chassis, the OTK, I had a lot of, I can't think of the word, but a lot of free space, I guess you could say. Like, you would brake and there was no limited reaction to the brake, but where with this chassis, you've got like a response that's super quick in the brake. So I don't want to get into an old habit of pressing the brake really hard, because I mean, it's just going to lock up the brakes and I'm going to spin. We don't want to do that. We don't want that issue, because the motto of the day was stay on the track. Like there as well, I was having a lot of trouble there as well. I was trying to go out wide on the first part of the chicane and then come in tight. So obviously I'd cross over the dry line and I'd lose grip. But I'd try and come in tight so I can get on the outside of the next left hand of the chicane. But it just wasn't working for me. As soon as I'd cross that dry path, the back end would just kick out. I don't know if it's because of the throttle, if the throttle was too touchy, and if I just put the throttle down, it'd just have too much acceleration. So I don't know if the gear ratio was wrong. I'm not mechanically knowledgeable. Don't have enough knowledge in that category or in that sense to be able to understand what I need to do, and I'm not that good at explaining it either. So me trying to explain it to Dad the mechanic, we got another guy off there, so look at us go, we're going up the field. See, I'm not that great at explaining it either, so Dad the mechanic struggles with setting up the kart, because I can't explain what I feel. I just know what I feel, but I can't adjust the chassis or set up the kart, because I don't know how to set it up. So see, that's the predicament. I'm good in the kart, I understand what's happening, but I don't know how to adjust the setup to suit a better experience in the kart, if that makes sense. And then my dad knows Dad the mechanic, he knows how to set up the chassis for its best performance, but he doesn't understand what's happening because I can't explain it properly. Now, I think it happens here. Oh yeah, right there. Someone's weight, you probably didn't, it was probably too quick to notice, but I ran over someone's weight. It was a 2 kilo, it's like a lead weight, 2 kilos worth of it, right underneath the chassis, and it's actually popped my rear bumper off. And I didn't notice this until I got home and started cleaning down my whole kart, but that lead weight has actually damaged my seat. Okay, how do I explain this? So if the weight was a little bit to the right of my chassis, it would have like broken my airbox, and it would have popped the airbox off, and it would have water would have then gone into the carburetor of the engine, would have flooded the engine. but it was slightly to the left of the engine, and it's damaged my seats, bent my seat in. If it was any further to the left, so if I keep going to the left, it would have clipped my kneecap and probably would have popped my knee out. So I was very lucky. I think I almost run over it again. I think I moved a little bit more to the right. You might be able to see it. Well, I couldn't see it there, but I'm pretty sure that lap I almost ran over it again. So that was that was really the only damage we had. There's first place right there. Now we want to try and look. He's too quick. Like, look at he's on the dry lines. Like, he goes a little bit wide there, but on that little he's a little bit wide there. So he's still doing like wet lines. But if we were just a bit closer, I would have liked to have seen him go around this corner. It looks like he still takes the dry line. Like, I just don't understand how people have that amount of grip to still be able to be at least 80% on the... I'm slowing really far down because these are all... I'm just getting lapped now, so there's no point me slowing them down and ruining their race. So there's no point in me staying pace and slowing them down. I just moved to the side, slowed down, let them pass. Like, I'm not losing any positions, I'm not getting hit or losing damage, like causing damage, so no pain there. A little bit of a slide, and that's actually the end of the race. Yeah, so a little bit of understeer in certain spots, and a little bit of rear end spin, but I mean that was the whole day. I couldn't do much about it. I mean, Dad the mechanic couldn't do much about it. But I mean, the end result, we finished 8th. If the top left number is inaccurate, once again, some people might have come off and I didn't notice. Some people might have gone into the pits early, but end result for Heat 3, I finished 8th, started 10th, so we made improvements again. And that's all I'm looking for. I mean, I'm not looking to come first or top 5 in the wet. I'm obviously that inexperienced in the wet, and this kart setup and new chassis is obviously not where we want it to be at the moment. So getting small improvements is definitely what I want to see. But that's the end of the race. Heat 4, which is the finals, is going to hopefully be up next week. If you stayed in the video for this long, yeah, please give me a like and subscribe, and I'll be much appreciated about that. And yeah, thanks for all the support, and thanks for sticking with me. I mean, I know I'm not the greatest commentary, or I know I'm the greatest setting up videos, so thanks very much for sticking with me, and stay tuned for the finals and see how I do then. Peace.
Yeah, no, this was up to you. Yeah, all good. Yeah, she said roll.